All right, cool. So how did you go with the scale over the last 2 weeks?
I could feel there was less air going a bit up, like on the higher notes, which is good. What I realized is, for whatever reason, because of my last coach, she said not to push it when you get to a higher tone. You just let it come naturally. And that's why I kind of felt hesitant of singing harder, like pushing it a bit more, because that's what she told me not to do, because it can cause problems or whatever. And then when I was told to go louder at the top on certain areas, that's where I was a bit confused, because just 2 different practices. But after I was doing that, I didn't feel any swelling or anything, so I felt like it was fine.
Good.
And there was less air coming out.
Good.
There was less air.
Now you were just listening to the last class. Bruno Mars isn't going, "Don't believe me, just watch."
Yeah.
Because when you're going up higher, you're going lighter like that.
Mm-hmm.
He's going, "Don't believe me, just watch." So he's going at a full voice with a big cry. Even that high one, he goes even huskier on it, like his voice breaks up. So
would that still apply with softer sounding music?
Well, even when he sort of sings a ballad, if he's going for higher stuff, he sort of goes up.
A bit harder.
It
makes sense, because you need the power to do it. So
yeah, even like isn't she lovely?
Yeah.
He's going at that volume because it's in a higher key.
Mm-hmm.
If you're doing something lower, like "Let It Be," when I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, and then "Let it be, let it be." So he's going at that B there, but the verses are relaxed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's like choosing the right gear to it's like driving a car.
Yeah,
so if you're going down the freeway and you're doing 100,
we're doing 4. Yeah.
Man, we're not wanting in second.
Yeah.
We're doing like that the whole time. You're going to hurt your voice, but we want it in 4th. So it's a sort of same type of thing. So you'll use those. I'm going to give you some volume scales in the future as well too, which is going to enable you to pick the different volumes.
I guess that's the thing. It's just like singing IQ in a way, where you just kind of like have to know when you need to use force and then not, or whatever. Like, is that kind of what you're saying?
Yeah, well, just even give me your fist. I did this last time, didn't I? Did I get you to ball a fist last time, put it in my stomach?
Yeah.
I did. So, like when I'm going down low, you feel my stomach here. It's not much. It's middle. Do you feel what it's doing? So it's like, this is doing more and more and more work to support.
So would you say like a chorus is when you really use that power, and then...
Depends how high it is.
Yeah.
If you're doing... if you're doing like My Fire by the Doors, you know that it would be come on baby, light my fire. No.
Yeah.
So
it just depends.
Yeah, it's like going up a hill. If you're going up a hill, you have to put your foot down on the accelerator pedal. Otherwise,
that makes sense, yeah.
It's the same with your voice, man. Unless you want it to go to falsetto, unless you want to do something in falsetto, Well,
that's what I used to do when I would go falsetto. I would push it a bit more power, because I was struggling the difference between head voice and falsetto, because she said it was the same thing. And I remember when you told me last week it wasn't. So that kind of changed everything for me, because now I understand that it's different shit. You know what I mean? So
many teachers, I hate to say it, man.
But it's confusing, because on YouTube it's the same shit. Like, everyone has a different, stance on certain things, and it's like, who the hell's telling the truth? Who's been misguided?
We're in the age of over information. You know what I mean? You can Google YouTube on how to make the best chocolate cake in the world, man, and you're gonna get 50 slightly different versions. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the whole thing is falsetto from the Italian word false. It's false, yeah. And head, the sound's up in your head, it resonates in your head, it's lighter.
Yeah.
Yes, I do, I believe. It's not, yes, I do, I believe. 2 completely different sounds. Relevant sounds, great sounds, use them when you want. Sam Smith's a perfect example of using different colours and lights and shades, man. Listen to him. he can sing really soulful and really cry and really strong. Same with Bruno Mars. And he can also sing in head voice, he can sing in true voice. He's false, in and out, Sam Smith I'm talking about, in and out of falsetto, off the chain. You know, great.
So, just because out of those two comparisons...
He's coming out actually, he's playing the races.
Sam Smith, yeah, amazing singer. And the thing is, why would you say, obviously, they're both great, excellent singers, and you have to use what you got. But why is it that Sam Smith can sing with more vibrato and more whatever than Bruno Mars, even though they can reach certain ranges, they're clearly great singers? What indicates a great vibrato from another person? Like, how do they get that skill? It's a hard thing to develop, because I want to do the same thing because I listen to that sort of music, it sounds great. But when is it then you know, like, can you train for that, or is that just a...
Are you talking vibrato?
Vibrato but runs, you know what I mean? Because Sam Smith does a lot of that sort of, it's smooth, effortless kind of scales going up and down. While Bruno Mars is good at sticking notes for like powerful notes for longer. You know, that's what I've realised, the difference between those two.
Again, it's the same as a car, man. It's like a four-wheel drive, do you know what I mean? Bruno Mars is a four-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Bruno Mars is an old school soul singer, basically.
Yeah, very
inspired by Michael Jackson, mid-range Michael Jackson career stuff. Sam Smith is different. He's really brought head voice back into vogue.
Like a John Legend in a way, kinda.
John Legend's a great triller, but John Legend likes to sing true as well. Doesn't use a lot of head voice.
Okay. Yeah.
What's going on in that beautiful mind? He's not going, what's going on in that beautiful mind? Against soul singer. Dude, it's just what you want to do. If you like trilling, dude, let's do a bunch of trills and practice this shit out of trills and do them.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? If you like jogging, jog.
That's true.
If you like walking, walk. Do you know what I mean?
So you kind of just got to find the style that you like.
Make it fun, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Dude, if you like trilling, trill. You know, don't go crazy like Mariah Carey did in the middle of her career, where she just trilled on every Boys to Men song was hideous.
But you got a nodule from it as well, yeah.
Yeah, well, anyway, she should have got more. But anyway, you know, you use what you want, yeah, when you want to do it.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? If you feel that you want, you know, a trill and a run is being fancy. You can have a plain hoodie and it still looks cool. You know what I mean? You can have a printed hoodie. It's your opinion. You know what I mean?
It's the same, like less is more sometimes.
Sometimes it is. You know, like you know, you can hold a note straight. You can go no with vibrato, and you can go no. Whatever you want to do, whatever you feel you want to do. You go small, and I know. You might like that simple one. John Legend uses a lot of those real simple movements.
Yeah.
Whatever. See, I just done a whole bunch. I done a straight hold, a triad trill, and then a fancy R&B trill. Same stuff. Whatever you want to do, whatever. It's your colour palette, man. It's your. It's like a painting.
Yeah.
Do what you want to do.
Well, I've definitely been inspired by soul my whole life, so that's why I've just loved the trills and I love all of that sort of stuff. You know, but there's a clear difference in the 80s, like, where they were just singing notes for longer. Like, Michael Jackson didn't do a lot of trill. He just, like, held a note for ages and kind of added some, like, rawness to his voice.
Yeah, I think Boys to Men really brought that,
Yeah.
you know, trilling into vogue in the 80s. You know, that's what they did.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, there were still people doing trills, way before that, you know.
I guess within myself, that's something I want to enhance in my singing, because that's what I love doing, you know.
Yep. Yeah, I've got that here. I've got it written down when I first come and sing. You want to do trills and runs, falsetto, vibrato.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
So it's all written down here to do. So look, let's keep it going because I want to do some prac work here.